Yeah, I don't have. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank everybody for attending tonight, Edinburgh Town Council meeting, Tuesday, May 27, 2025. Do a roll call. Mr. Ryan is not here. Ms. Sweet.
Here.
Ms. Buck.
Here.
Ms. Brooks.
Here.
Also with us is Rhonda Baird, clerk treasurer, John Myers, town manager, and Dustin Huddleston, town attorney, is on there on speakerphone. Minutes of council meeting, May 12, 2025.
There are no questions. I'll make a motion to approve.
Debbie, I brought to Rhonda's attention on third page, under the NDOT section, Councilwoman Sweet made a motion to approve, just needs one to approve.
Oh, I see.
So,
Yeah.
And then she corrected, or I had another one, but she said that's what it automatically corrected to, so that's all I have. So we motion to approve with that
Yeah.
correction.
I think so.
Okay. Motion to approve the, I wasn't here.
You weren't here, so
No,
we
I'm
can't.
sorry.
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve the council minutes of May 12th.
We can't. We don't have enough members. I was not here either. So without Mike, we'll have to approve it at the next meeting.
Okay.
Is that all right, Dustin?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Okay, let's go with claims.
All
Rhonda?
right, alrighty. In your packet, you received a docket for tonight in the amount of $1,134,086.13. All claims have been reviewed and signed.
Any questions on claims, council?
No, I'll make a motion to approve the claims as submitted.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we're going to do a public hearing for the Heckman Village rezone. Go ahead and open that. There are any people speaking in favor of or against? And there are none, I will now close the public meeting. Okay, ordinance 2025-5, approving plan commission resolution 2025-2, adding commitment to rezoned property, first reading only. Dustin.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is an ordinance that is regarding the public hearing we just conducted. It just adds a condition to already approved rezoning Heckman Village around foundations. And plan commission unanimously approved a favorable recommendation for this. So this is an introductory. You cannot wait for first reading. It'll be on the agenda for the next meeting.
There you go. All right, thank you, Dustin. Okay, moving along here, the Ball Diamond rental discussion. We are currently under a pending litigation. You entertain a motion on this.
Okay, I'm going to make a motion here. Due to the pending litigation pertaining to the Indiana USSA LLC and the use of the town of Edinburgh Sports Complex, I am going to make a motion that the town suspend until further notice any and all use by an Indiana USSSA LLC and or its affiliates of the town of Edinburgh Sports Complex, and specifically our baseball and softball facilities, with this suspension being effective today.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm opposing.
Opposed? Okay, we'll do a roll call. So I'm clear on that. Ms. Sweet?
I oppose.
Ms. Buck?
Yay.
Ms. Brooks?
Yay.
I'm a yay. So that's 3. Okay, we're going to 77 fund Board of Metropolitan Police Commissioners appointments. Dustin, I believe we're going to table this for at current right now.
Correct.
Okay. So radar, that'll come back up here again. We've got till August, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, thank you. Ordinance 2025-6, establishing an NRO fund for the downtown plaza project. First reading, Mr. Hope.
Thank you. If you recall, Sir Beth made this request that she's receiving a grant for possible downtown plaza, and be receiving donations and funds. We wanted to set up an NRO fund so we can separate those from the general account. So this ordinance establishes that. It's the first reading. You don't have to adopt it tonight, but if you want to, you have to waive unanimous first reading.
Any questions on that?
I have no comment. Either way. The way we do it. What do you want? Anybody
Sarah
else?
Beth, you have any
It's a
current
good point.
donations?
We have donations that are ready to come in. So we've got Conroe Foundation, Festival Country, and Community Foundation. They're just ready for an account to put the money.
So I think it would behoove of us to go ahead and read.
That's what I did.
Waive the first
I'll make a motion to waive the first reading on ordinance number 2025-6, establishing an NRO plan for the downtown plaza project.
Second.
reading. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion to approve ordinance number 2025-6.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Correction to 4/14/25 council meeting minutes, Ms. Barrett.
All right, in the 4:14:25 minutes, I found a typographical error in the motion that added a digit to the dollar amount for the polymer system quote. The minutes were typed as $44,178.94, but the motion was actually $4,178.94. So it was just we just put the 4 in there twice, just a flat out typographical error. So, I don't know, Justin, do we need a motion, anything, or just note it in the minutes that those will
They
be
would
changed?
make approval of that correction. So there's a motion
Make a motion to approve the correction to the minutes of 4/14, the council meeting minutes of April 14th, 2025.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Wessler invoice number 46985 for the water treatment plant, Ms. Barrett.
Okay, we received an invoice from Westler for the water treatment plant in the amount of $1,869.65. Bill Jones has reviewed the invoice. The invoice needs approval to be submitted for payment and also needs approval for Ryan to sign.
No more questions.
I make a motion that we approve the Wesler's invoice for $1,869.65.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
I also make a motion that Ryan can sign for the invoice.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're on to the K-9 donation, please.
All right, we received a donation in the amount of $100 for the K-9 fund that needs approval from the council to accept it, and the donor wishes to remain anonymous.
Motion to accept the K-9 donation as presented.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, the JRDCC donation, Ms. Barrett.
And today, we received a donation in the amount of $2,000 from the Conover Foundation for the John R. Durbin Community Center. This is an annual donation that they give, and it just needs approval to accept that donation.
Make a motion to accept the donation from the Conover Foundation of $2,000.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, John, the street superintendent position discussion, I think this was touched on. We were hoping to get a full council, but I don't think it's not happening tonight either. Do you have anything else you'd like to add to that?
Just want to go over what I said last month, same thing, we got the SB1, lose property tax, substantial amount, and I'm just trying to be fiscally responsible. I'd like to keep Bill Jones in there for now, till the end of the year, till we figure out exactly how the budget's going to turn out.
We're gonna wait and vote then. We have a-
Yeah, I think that'd be best. It seems the right thing to do for this
Yeah.
given situation, so we'll table that for now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. We're gonna move on to other business. Ms. Sweet, you have it?
I received a call from Bob Sturl at the high school yesterday, and he wanted to personally thank Julie Young for going out of her way to help the school in finding a legal description for Eastside. They could not do it, and he said he did not know how you could, but he wanted to personally thank you.
No, I don't have anything.
We celebrated, what, 51 years? Where's Justin at? There you are. 51 years in EMS, fire-based EMS, is that right?
Yep.
When was that actual date?
November '74 started, so for a year, over 50 years. So
Probably got to be in the top of the state, I would say, that carries that force, I think. A lot of fire has went away from fire-based EMS, but we still continue this. I think it's very proud of our community of our size to maintain that all these years. You don't have anything else, John?
We had the storm that came through and tore down some trees in the cemetery, damaged some fence. I just want to thank street department, wastewater, park and rec, electric company, all pitched in, helped get that cleaned up and get it ready for Memorial Day. It was beautiful down there. I mean, they did a fantastic job. We lost 2 big trees. They worked their butt off and came together and worked together. It was very impressive. I just want to tell them all thanks.
Rhonda?
No.
Julie, is it your first up?
At the next council meeting, I'll have the consultant share for the unified development organization as a digital public presentation. I sent that document to Dustin, he sent you to start the review. I don't know if folks would make a motion for him to officially start reviewing that. There's quite a lengthy document, and,
Dustin, have you already had approval to review that document from Julie?
Couldn't hear all of that. Which document is it?
It was sent today.
unified development.
Yeah, if you'd asked, there's a gun in my head, I'd have missed that. Unified Development Ordinance.
I have not reviewed it. I'd be happy to if you want me to.
I think you best make a motion to allow Dustin to do that.
I make a motion to allow Council Attorney Dustin Hellison to approve the Unified Development Ordinance as sent by Planner Julie. Yeah.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And then also, the software that was approved at the last meeting, I've been in contact with them and we're starting to schedule the implementation, which is looking like we'll be this fall. So thank you for approving that. Well,
You have anything in the electric department?
No, this is good.
Well, I was treading lightly, I didn't know.
No, this is good. We did have some, Bill and I had a training today, following up on our new call out service. Looks like 2 weeks, we're going to go live with implementing that, so I think it'll streamline the process a lot. Other than that,
Thank you. Bill?
Street department side, I don't know if you noticed, we had some new campus signs on East Main Cross and through the golf course, slowing people down. One of them died. Got it fixed today, so it's back up. The state finally came in and put barricades on the exit ramps instead of 252 closed westbound. So truck traffic is pretty much died down, pretty sure, over the small bit. So hopefully, if those signs are really working, that you can go out there and set whenever it goes off and you're going 40 miles an hour and you grab blue lights off back and you slam on the brakes and down to 25 pretty quick. The nice signs and the streets will be they're movable once we get open back up, where we can put them all over town and the solar towers. So that'll be fine. Throughout wherever we need it in high traffic speed areas. project. The elementary school called and wanted to know if we could get those flashing red stop signs up there on Harold and Center Cross for the summer and maybe into the fall. I think they're just sitting out there not being used yet. Just because there's so many people running out stop signs and these kids are everywhere out there for school now. They pick them up all over the place. So, I'd like to get one of those red flashing signs put on there. I don't know if I can get permission from you guys for that.
There's already a stop sign there, right?
There's a stop sign there, one we bought for high school in Fairlane, where they were feeding that new stop sign. Someone up there for the crosswalk, because everybody, they're parking everywhere down there, east side of the kids.
I don't see why we need to, there's already a stop sign.
That's something there.
Dustin, you see any need to do anything with that, since it's already a stop sign there, we're just putting a more high visible sign?
No, if it's ordinance still says it's a stop sign, you just, they put one enhancing without any action by the board.
Okay, there you go.
Thank you. Water department side, everything's running smooth, got a lot of meter pits to finish at the golf course, but they still 17 houses. So it's going up a whole lot faster than it gets in drive.
Those all 1-inch surfaces out there, are they?
We're doing 3/4 and 1 inch for each house. It's a double pit for each house, whether they utilize irrigation or not. Due to the simple fact that there's an ordinance out there that says they cannot have a well for irrigation. And several new homes on St. Andrew have irrigation wells put in because the irrigation company said they were allowed. We have that ordinance in place out there, so we have enforcing it now. And then, like I said, Scott Dustin looking at getting one for the whole town for the wells, so they can't have a well for irrigation.
That's in their tap fee, correct? The 2 taps are, the 1-inch per
Whenever
year.
they pay that fee, they pay $13.50 for
All right, thank you, Bill. Bob?
Doing all this fine, so, like, see when you do.
That'll work. Stan?
Been a busy week for sure. Like just go with my I came here tonight, just going back and thinking it really got together and helped me get less people out there. People every morning cut the tops out of trees, get the roof down on storms and everything else. They do so many roads. I mean, I was at the race in the morning. Who knows what happens? So, you know, I need to break each one sitting out and go around and get the fuses back in. You know, take the bus truck at the top before you get trees and cut them out. That's the obviously guys out weeding in the rain, just to get the ground weed, good and so on. We don't have trees good for off-roading, clean roads, so nice. Which they made some people were able to plow with some license and plus they put together. It was in there with you, one of them, the word of their service that should be the one that's nice and proud of. They put it into help out with that. I really like it, it's better help, and unfortunately, I'm still having to get this thing, I said, they're talking to you. So, I appreciate help. Bob and just wanted to go over all that.
Thank you, Stan. Daniel?
Cold weekend, hopefully the water gets a little warmer and pool's ready. Just to get that temperature up so we can save the kids swimming. So it's looking better by the end of the week, so hopefully we'll be seeing some swimming.
Justin,
I don't have anything to do with it.
Sean? Let's make it just too easy, Sarah Beth, the pressure's on you.
Oh, boy. Oh, let's see what I can pull out. I do want to, the Daily Journal did a really great article on the EMS ceremony that was last week, and if you haven't read that yet, we shared it online. And also online is the UDO that Julie's talking about. It is on the website now, and it's scheduled to go out on social media tomorrow. So there'll be a public presentation, but like Julie said, I mean, any comments or feedback. So a few of us have been going through that process, and it is a long document, and there's a lot to it. So, but even for the department heads to take a look at it and see what kind of zoning changes and ordinance changes that we're looking at. So, kind of getting into the weeds a little bit on those. Tomorrow we have our second revitalization meeting for downtown. We've got guest speakers from Franklin Heritage of the art crafters going to come and join us for that. Tomorrow morning I'll be with Inspired Johnson County at Camp Atterbury, and I can talk about what's going on in Edinburgh and just kind of connect with the folks out there again. Our farmers market starts next Thursday, and we'll be doing our garden week and things like that. On the 17th of June, we have our first plaza. The students from ID will be visiting for the first time, and then we'll have 2 designs. I think they're here last time by June 30th, and we'll have till July 7th to kind of choose which way we want to go with that design. And as Rhonda said too, with the funds, we've got the Conover Foundation is interested in helping to demo that building for us, so that would be the first amount of funds that we get. And so we're working with the guys to kind of figure out when's the best time this season to get that building out of there so that it remains a safe space to host things until we get through the capital campaign process for the design of that. That's it. Oh, and Ryan, props to your son Luke on Shark Tank. He won the Shark Tank this year. It's my favorite day of the year. And those kids, next year is going to be a tough group to follow because this group, they were hysterical and they all had great ideas. So, yeah, he did an awesome job.
I know he appreciates it. He's relishing on all that popcorn. You're
Oh,
up
yeah.
Thank you. All right, we'll open up the public comment. State your name and your address for the record, please.
Dale Bramhall. I have several things I'd like to bring up before the board. One is the stop sign at Foster Drive. The police have been made aware of this. Dispatch has been contacted 8 times on vehicles running the stop sign, not even attempting to stop, going to the liquor store and leaving the liquor store. And I brought it before Chief Little about it, and we showed him videos of these vehicles running. And he says he doesn't have the manpower to put somebody out there to patrol. So dispatch told me to contact the sheriff's department in Franklin, which I did, and they stated that they did not want to get involved. But did suggest I contact state police, and I did, and they were willing to send a couple officers down to patrol once a week to try to cut back on people not stopping. They also suggested we see about putting speed bumps in at the stop sign. So that's something I'd like you guys to look into, possibly speed bumps.
Bill, how many of those signs do you have? Sorry, Bill. How many of those signs do you have at Flash?
We have 2. We only have 2.
Whereas you've got one committed over on Center Cross.
Yeah, I was going to put them on both ways. We can take them since school's out for the summer. Let's take them, put them on process for a couple, 3 weeks, a month, a couple months, and then pull them, put them at school before school is out. That's all I can use.
All right. There's some positive coming towards it, so. All right, Dale.
Another concern I have is the parking all over town, people parking in all different directions. There's a state law that the sheriff's department told me about, and I did look it up, and I got copies of it, if any of the counselors is interested in it. But state law is, it mandates that vehicles parked at the curb must have right end wheels parallel to the curb, not drivers walk to the curb. And the issue with this is when these people from our community go to other communities and try to park different directions, they get a ticket. And I brought this before Lowell, and he said, we do not have a public parking enforcement officer to go around and give everybody warnings or tickets. But this is something else that I think the committee should look at about parking. It has to be the appearance of the community. We should be like other communities around us.
Dale, was there a certain location that was
That's
incredible?
all over. Right down the road from the police station where the flower shop is, they park nose to nose there. I took pictures all over town.
Do you care to share that or that law with council? Dale, do you mind asking that?
Yeah. And a couple other things is the Dollar General, they have no enclosure on their dumpster, and people dig through the dumpster all the time. Trash is everywhere. Is there any kind of ordinance, we can make them put an enclosure around their dumpster to keep their trash in an area instead of it blowing over in everyone else's yard?
Julie, are you familiar with anything that exists in that?
I believe there is, and I believe they were informed that
And one other thing. Or two things. Another thing I noticed is, the mound, a couple years ago, got new lighting at the mounds or LEDs. And I wanted to see if possibly if the golf course entrance to the flagpoles and the signage could get new lighting LED, because the lighting on the flag doesn't show up at night. It's very dim. And it'll help the entrance look better.
I'll be here to look into that.
So,
Any other public?
oh, I'm sorry, one more. Camping, I was told that this would be more spaces added later on. In the process of getting the new spaces, when this does happen or occur, would it be possible to get full service hookup? There's a lot of senior citizens that camp, and it's a lot for them to move their RV to the dump station to dump. Or to tow their sewage in a car to the dump station. It's a lot for them.
I don't know the answer to that, quite frankly. Daniel, do you know the answer to that?
I would assume water table down there, you would want to have sewer. The water table right now is about 2 feet. I had to dig down and tackle my water main down last week on my well 6, and I had to get pumps and deep pumps when I was digging down after 2 feet.
No problem.
You spend more time pumping sewer, the overflow water into the sewer all the time.
That's another thing, it would fill the sewer station cold,
Groundwater.
groundwater, and that would help you.
I think due to location location geographically, I don't think that's a viable option, Bill, although well input, but I just be in our committee. Anything else? Ma'am, do you have anything? There's nothing else.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you all for attending.